No, I need the police. I have a customer that went inside the restroom and she says that she's with the guy. The guy's outside in a silver Altima and he is threatening her and he has a gun.
Sam 5, I've got 2 Nissan Altimas, 1 occupied, 1 with blacked out windows.
Hey brother, do me a favor, come here. Hey, stop. Foot pursuit. Fuck you open. Sam 5, I'm hit. Shots fired. Sam 5, I'm hit multiple times. Said meds. Suspect down.
Alright, stop. Oh, good. He has a gun. Get out. Get out. What is it? What? Oh my God. Did they just shoot a gun? Is anybody injured, ma'am? Ma'am, is anybody injured? Yeah, shots fired at this AM PM. Ma'am, what happened? The guy went inside the store. The guy went inside the store with a gun? So the guy that was in the Nissan went inside the store? Yes, he went inside the store. He had the gun. Okay. And then the deputy went behind him. Okay. And then the deputy went behind him. Okay, is the girl still in the bathroom? Yes. Okay, you know what? Yes. Yep. The deputy is shot. Okay. The deputy is shot. The deputy is? Okay. The guy is shot as well. Okay, and the guy is shot too? Yes.
Holster, Sheriff, holster.
You may or may not have seen this video already. I already posted it on my Instagram and gave a brief synopsis of what I saw in the video, but I wanted to watch this with you guys and provide some additional information that I even didn't know at the time and you may not be privy to. I want to answer some questions that I saw around the internet and just point out the one thing that I think that we need to focus on and pay attention to because I think it's really important. Now, this is a sergeant responding to a call of a female who has locked herself inside of this store, and she has reported to the police, or I think maybe even the clerk reported to the police, that she is saying that her boyfriend pointed a handgun at her and she has locked herself inside the restroom and she's afraid to come out, and so she's waiting for the police to get there. Hey brother, do me a favor, come here. Hey, stop. Now, one of the things that people pointed out and said is, why did this officer, the sergeant, respond to this call by himself? This is a call where you would definitely at least have 2 officers en route, but he may have gotten there before that additional officer, or he definitely did get there. But certainly this is a call that you would have another officer heading to this call with you. And sometimes officers will also disregard their backups. This isn't that kind of call where the suspect is still out there in the parking lot and the female has locked herself inside the bathroom and he's still there. This is not a call where an officer would say, disregard, I'll advise. Those calls are typically ones where the policy says that you need a backup officer, but the suspect has been gone for 15 minutes or whatever the case is. So in this instance, his backup was probably en route, just he got there well before his backup. And this is also probably one of those situations where you're not gonna wait for your backup. What I will say, and I have responded to this same call several times, there was not a suspect with a firearm in the parking lot. The suspects were actually not there any longer. And this was a human trafficking call where a female locked herself inside the bathroom. So I didn't have to deal with the suspect. But you could consider in a situation, if you're presented with this as well, you know, playing it cool if you arrive first and trying to get yourself inside the store as if you're going there for some other reason, right? And in that case, maybe the suspect pulls out. You can say, hey, the suspect's leaving, he's going this direction. But the priority is obviously this female. This officer did not have that opportunity even if he wanted to, because as soon as he parked his car and the suspect realized he was there, the suspect is now, my guess, trying to get to the victim female, and so he's there to obviously interject in that situation. I've also had this kind of situation happen to me several times, and they always suck when they do. When you pull over a car or you're about to pull over a car and they duck into a spot, and then the person, you know, the driver gets out of the vehicle real quick and he's trying to get inside the store. One particular one that I can remember, a car had passed me. I turned around to pull it over. As I came over the railroad tracks, I saw the car parking, so I got behind him, utilized my lights. He got out of his vehicle and just basically V-lined for the front door of his house. So I was basically fighting with this guy on his front porch, basically, and waiting for additional officers to get to me, because this is happening like that, right? And so this happens, and when it happens, it always sucks. Sam 5, I'm hit. Shots fired. This is the main kind of tactical point that I wanted to have a discussion about. I believe the agency may have reported that the officer unintentionally dropped his magazine from his magazine well. Somebody on Instagram said that it was an accident as well. And I read a news report that said that the officer accidentally released his magazine from his magazine well. That doesn't appear to be the case. I'll slow it down so you can see his strong hand thumb instinctively and deliberately goes to his magazine release. He releases his magazine, and then he immediately conducts a reload. That's intentional, and we know it is based on his physical behavior as he's dropping the magazine and him going for an additional magazine. The second mag that doesn't get inserted properly or all the way falls out, and we know that's an accident because his behavior after the fact demonstrates that he didn't know that it occurred. I don't understand necessarily why officers are shooting a minimal amount of rounds and then immediately going to a reload. You see this in shootings quite frequently, and you should understand where you're at in your round count. I'm not saying you should understand the difference between 3 rounds and 5 rounds, but you should understand the difference between a lot or a little. And so if you shoot a lot and it's safe for you to do so and you think it's necessary, do a reload. In this case, the suspect is unknown where he is, unknown if he's even injured, and maybe he actually wasn't, shot initially, comes right out, and this officer could have been in the middle of a mag change, and he almost was, and that suspect could have killed the officer. So understand those things and make a decision on whether or not you think it's actually necessary. And really, it looks like this officer, because his magazine fell out after his mag exchange, that he actually really had 1 or 2 rounds to actually get this guy before his mag fell out, and he had no rounds. And so it's a good thing that he did. And, this officer deserves a lot of credit because he stayed in the fight. He identified that he had a problem that he induced, and he fixed the problem and he stopped the threat. And you can't really ask for anything much more than that. If you'd like to subscribe to the channel, you can do that by tapping on this photo. And before you go, don't forget to feed the algorithm down below.